Hello, everybody. It is me, Empress Katuzi, otherwise known as Crimson, going on to episode 2 of Beast Tamer. And golly, there was a lot of information, a lot of things happened in this episode. Damn, man. Going from episode 1 to episode 2, goddamn, that hero's party, that hero's party is just evil, idiotic, and stupid. And, like, man, like, only being nice to his royalty and stuff like that. And it seems like even the kingdom and even the knights are also just pieces of shit. Literally, everyone is pieces of shit. One thing that I thought from but yeah, man, it seems like the heroes are like totally useless, like especially from like like I said last episode, from like bio of this series of like the hero party regretting like firing Rain from like the hero party and stuff like that. It's like, damn, they're definitely gonna regret it because he's like, they didn't realize how much power him as a hero and him having his like having 1,000 contracts at once, and also being able to like being powerful enough to like be able to tame uh ultimate species is what they're calling cat spirits, and I guess all the other spirits that he'll end up doing and stuff like that. And then it seems like them, the hero party, are on their own, or at least just like the mage and the healer doing a basic escort mission, ran away from a bandit party. Like, you guys are heroes. You guys are heroes, and you're just running away from. No wonder they're idiots and they're evil, and they only think about themselves. Like, god damn, only one of them was a true hero, which was the main character. Maybe it's because he's probably the only one that because he has the tragic backstory, he can only be the one that is able to like advance himself and actually be a true hero. One thing that I liked about this episode is that I originally thought that him taming Kanade, best girl. Damn, I really cat girls are always cute. Is that I honestly thought that she would be like at the front line and that he'd be in the back. I guess just getting her to like do commands and stuff like that, or like her just working on her own, but also listening to him and being like sort of like use her as like a stand and stuff like that, a stando. But honestly, I really like it how like him. I like it how him taming her in a formal contract gave him the abilities that she has. It's like, dude, like that's cool. That's cool how like because he formed a contract there, he has the same abilities as she has. So now he's super strong, super athletic. Because at the beginning of the episode, he ends up fighting an asshole at the Adventurers Guild. That's just like, oh, a cat girl, you're super hot. I want to have some fun with you. But then the maker just like, no, you can't do that. And then, like you need to like get off my get off my woman, buddy. And then he ends up, let's do a test of strength. Let's do an arm wrestle. And then whoever wins gets the girl. And then he ends up just one-shotting this dude, just smashing him into the ground using all of his strength. And he's like, "Wait, I'm not this strong." And then County's just like, "Oh, because we formed a contract, you have my strength." I was like, "Dude, when he ends up forming a contract with the Dragon Girl and the two like I guess like fairies, and then also the Fox Spirit, God, this guy's gonna be strong." Like, there's like a moment in this episode where Kanadi's just like she hopes that he doesn't end up being overcome with like evil tendencies or like having becoming too strong that he can't control himself and stuff like that. But maybe that's like foreshadowing that maybe in the future he'll end up like having trouble controlling himself, or maybe she's just worrying for nothing because it seems like she just worries a lot and is just a trickster, which I guess that is what a cat girl does do. The basic trait is to just have fun and to just play little pranks. So she definitely did a lot of prank comedic moments, but at least it isn't overbearing and annoying. It's a little bit annoying, and it kind of is getting on my nerves, but I can like look past it because really cute cat girl. Let her do what she wants in this series. But I guess we're just still just going on with like the main character Rain just doing basic Adventure Guild missions because he ended up getting like becoming a full member last episode at the Adventurers Guild. Or I guess that happened at the start of this episode, and he basically has to do basic rank F missions. God, it's definitely. I hope that those missions go farther. Like at least in this episode, he ended up fighting off against a group of bandits and ended up fighting giant lizard men and having to use his Beast Tamer skills. We also found out that he has like a subclass that I guess he may not have even like. It seems like the hero party didn't know nothing about this character. He also has a subclass of being an insect tamer. Who knows what the basic range of like a beast tamer is? Because he's like can do like basic any mammal he can do, and like his subclass was insect tamer. Does that mean that he also has a subclass maybe of fish tamer? Like because some fishes I guess are mammals, so that would go under the beast tamer monarch. But then some fish aren't mammals, so who knows if he'll be able to do stuff like that? Because that would be interesting. Like I almost thought that he was gonna like tame the evil lizards, the king lizards in this episode, but no, he just ended up beating them up and facing off against them. But it is cool seeing him like grow. It seemed like it definitely did drench on his personality that the hero party calling him useless, even though that he didn't really. he just thought everything that he was doing was normal. But I guess soon, like he did say at the end of this, that he feels acknowledged with all of the commoners liking him, and him like growing as his own party with like so far with Kanade, and then seeing that grow, which seems interesting, and I can't wait to see how far that goes. There was another part in the episode where like Kanade just keeps on being impressed by the main character when the hero's party, I guess, wasn't impressed, because I guess the hero's party only think big boom, shiny sword, aura, oh magic, big bing boom, we're doing a bunch of these things. But I guess the hero's party can't even do a simple escort mission with 2 members. I guess they're not as strong as they thought they were. They're not even using their own powers. Even like apparently only regular beast tamers can apparently only, I guess people that decide to be beast tamers can only do one contract. Like what type of skill is that? And like I get that the main character is like they need to like make him different from like the other, like I guess adventurers and other like people that are like not the hero's party. But I like it how basic normal beast tamers can only do one creature. Like what? And apparently, if they do more than two, it shuts down their whole system. What type of, who would ever take that class if you can only summon one, or if you can only contract only one beast? Like that's just like at least like make it so that way regular people in this, I guess in this world, can do more than one. Like god damn. So the main character can do 30 bees and can do a whole like ultimate beast as a formal contract, and do ultimate contract to help him with his skills. But yeah, I hope that his like what was it in the, let's find, trying to remember things from this episode now, because he's an F rank adventurer, because if he ended up joining the guild, he can only do, F rank and E rank missions, which is basic escort missions, finding herbs, collecting things and stuff like that, that you would see as fetch quests. And then like Kanade is just like, oh, we're just doing fetch quests, why aren't we doing adventure, why aren't we saving a princess, why aren't we finding legendary treasure? But I'm just like, dude. And then she ended up getting like, I guess maybe she was pranking or something like that. She ended up being like, "No, we can't fight off against these bandits and like face off against them." It's like, dude, literally, Kanata, you might be pranking right now, but you at least said let's go on an adventure, and instead of doing a fetch quest, you're fighting off against bandits, and you're literally telling the main character not to do this. Even if it's a prank, or whether she was being like half serious, I was like, dude, you're about to go on an adventure fighting bandits, and right now you're saying that you'd rather do the job that you don't want to do while doing this job. This, God, confusing, confusing. But I guess this is a cat girl's trickster personality going on right there. But it was funny. It was cool. This episode was pretty interesting, and I really liked the additions that this episode from the last episode added. Uh, like I said before in my first review, the opening song gave me Shield Hero vibes. I like listening to that song, and the visuals that go along with it. The ending song's pretty cool too, pretty cute, with the chibi versions of characters just walking around and then doing like stop motion kind of with that. But this episode was pretty good. Can't wait to see what happens in the third episode and so forth. I hope that, it seems like by the next episode, he'll end up getting another ultimate species. Can't wait to see if that ends up being the dragon girl, ends up any of the other girls. But I enjoyed my thoughts and my opinions on the second episode. Leave a like if you didn't like this, and if you didn't like my opinions and thoughts on this, you can leave a dislike. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode review or anything else I might do. And yeah, bye. See you later.